Y'all, there are so many ways to journal, but I'm going to show you how I've been doing it for the last, 4 or 5 years. And this method comes from Kegley, and this is the 6-in-1 journal method. So basically, you will have one journal, but it will have anywhere from 3 to 6 sections. So let's go back in time. We have 2022, 23, and 24. Now, here is the new one. This is the 2025 journal. Y'all, I got this from Hobby Lobby. So the first thing you are going to do is write your name in the year. And it's very apparent. It's always going to be pink. But let's see. And y'all, I have over 100 colors to choose from, and it's still going to be pink. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. We are going to do 88. So let's go back to 2022 when I first started this. I found out about this method in December, so that's why I have a smaller notebook for that year. But here's how you do it. On the left side of the cover, you'll put your name, mission statement, your strengths, a morning formula, and you can also put your personality test results. Now, something really important is missing on the front page, but stay tuned because I'll show you in the newer journals. And on the right side, you'll put your words to live by, top quotes, your number one lessons, reminders, etc., etc. Some of my favorites from that year are good things are supposed to happen to me, success loves speed, and obstacles are lessons. The next page is where am I currently? And the main points are health, career, relationships, and money. And you can add anything else you want to track to this page as well. On the next page, I did an identity manifesto, which is written in third person of the person that I will become. I'll be doing a variation of this in my 2025 journal using the 10-year plan for a remarkable life exercise by Debbie Millman. And of course, I'll have it in the pinned comment if it's something that you want to do. So my categories are gratitude, business, affirmation, social media, and today's performance. Now, the only thing I kind of switch up throughout the years is the social media tab. So some years I broke up the social media categories. So one year I had a TikTok page by itself and then a YouTube. But this year I'm just focusing more on YouTube, and then I have today's performance. The questions that you ask yourself in today's performance are: question number 1, how much time did you dedicate towards your business? Number 2, out of that time, how much was wasted? Number 3, what was effective execution? With the today's performance category, I really want to focus on that this year so I can see where I'm actually wasting time, and then I can see what's working and what's not working. And I'm also adding something at the end of my journal that will track my progress quarterly as well. But choose 3 to 6 categories that you want to grow in. Some examples would be business, health, family, and you guys saw mine: business, social media, YouTube, TikTok, just areas that I know that I want to track and just make sure that I'm getting better. And any ideas that I have, like social media ideas, if they're not written down in my phone, they're written down in that journal, okay? And y'all can see here, this is when I tried to be super creative, incorporating bullet journal techniques. Y'all, I have watched so many YouTube videos of like different ways to bullet journal, and these were like my absolute favorites. And honestly, I might do it again this year. It's super cute. It's just time consuming when you try to design all the different weeks at once. And this was the year I decided, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this right. And so I actually put that big number. I avoided it because I was scared. This is the number of days that you have left until you are 90. 90 is the average life expectancy. And honestly, who wants to think about dying? So you have 32,850 days from birth until 90. So to get that number, you multiply your age by 365, and then you minus 32,850, and then you have your number. I still need to write my mission statement. And the funny thing is, I took this test last week and my personality switched from ENFP-T campaigner to ENTP-debater. So if you want to take the test, everything will be linked in the description and in the pinned comments. So if you're going to take the personality test, put a book emoji in the comments. So what I did differently for this one than the other one was I put a brain dump right here. Now this was a mix. My brain dump was here and on Notion and in my notes. So that's why there's not a lot here. But what I noticed is just like if it was a lot and I feel like it was just too much for me to write down, I took note of it digitally with the Notes app or with Notion. And honestly, you can use both, but they always say if you want to remember something, to write it down. And then right here on the back side, you have your work goals, your rest goals, and your play goals, right? You want to set 1 to 3 goals in each work, rest, and play area. Your work goals should be metric based or have a number attached. So for example, if you're a real estate agent and you want to sell 4 houses a month, right? So you will be like, okay, I want to sell 1 house a week. I want to sell 4 houses a month. And then you would track what you've done. So for me, as a life insurance agent, I know I want to be able to help at least like 2 families a week. So in my work goals, I will put, I want to help at least 8 families a month. And based on what I'm doing, I'll be able to track, okay, what's working better to be able to help families, right? So if it's putting up yard signs, are people finding me from word of mouth, social media, and then that way, whatever is working, it's like, okay, just do more of it, right? So that's why you want it to be numbers based, so you can really track and make sure what you're doing is actually working. Because if it's not working, then it's time to try something else, right? Now, your 1 or 2 rest goals could be working out, anything dealing with your body, self-care, health. So for example, last year I did the biomarkers test, right? Now, what I was supposed to do is retake the test every quarter to see if I had improvement, but I didn't do it. I'm gonna do it this year. I'm telling you, y'all, this year 2025 is the year of me being consistent and me doing the things that I said I was gonna do and the goals that I have laid out for myself. It is going to get done. Now, the good thing is, since I did it last January, doing it this January, it'll be okay. It's a 12-month difference, so we can really see, like, girl, what did you do? What didn't you do? And if you don't know, I am reading For Your Type. I will have that in the description as well. So I am type O. I just found out. I know I'm kind of late, but I just found out that I am supposed to be eating red meat. And so I have not had red meat for the last, what, 6 or 7 years. So I can't lie, I'm kind of excited to see, you know, the changes that my body is going to make, the weight that I'm going to lose. Like, I'm trying to get rid of this double chin. I know y'all see it. I'm excited to see how healthy I can actually get, because health is wealth, y'all. Because at the end of the day, you can have all the money in the world, but if you're sick, you can't enjoy it. You can't do nothing with it. New year, new you. Be serious about it this year. In your play section, that's where you're going to put anything that's fun to you. Any trips that you have planned, any hobbies that you want to start. One of the things that I said I was going to start doing is, I used to play the violin in high school. I still have my violin, so I'm going to see if I can still use that one. I'm going to take it to the shop. They're going to let me know what I need to do, if I need to buy a new one or if this one can be refurbished. And I'm just going to start playing the violin again. I mean, we all have to have hobbies. Like, another hobby I have is I crochet. In the summer, I want to join a kickball team or a flag football team. As an adult, yes, it's a thing. You can have hobbies. Like, nobody wants to just go to work and go home, go to work and go home. That's boring. Expand your horizons. Do something that you've always wanted to do. Who cares what other people think? I'll be sitting in the living room crocheting a hat and people be like, oh my gosh, you crochet? Like, yes. Some people still might think like, oh, that's for old grandmas. But at the end of the day, it's fun for me. Do what makes you happy. Find a hobby. So now let's break open 2025. So if you are going to follow this 6-in-1, 3-in-1, 4-in-1 journal format, let me know in the comments. And if you like this video, you'll like this one right here.